Good morning, and thanks so much for choosing Good Day Gulf Coast on this Monday morning. Today is August the 19th. I'm Sarah Wall. Eric Reynolds has the morning off. We are checking in first now with meteorologist Jennifer Lambers for a look at today's weather forecast. So Jen and I have been talking about temperatures, but how it actually feels. And in Gulf Shores right now, it feels like, Jen, 112 degrees.
It does. It is hot. It is muggy. It is crazy how just warm it is. And so for the folks in southern Mobile, Baldwin counties, even Escambia County, Florida, it's hot and muggy out there. Let us know what you think of how it's feeling out there, just because we still have that warm temperatures and we still have that high humidity, rooting for more of that dry air to push further south. Now, again, we have a little bit of an active overnight. What we're starting to see is more of those showers and storms pushing through. Meteorologist Nicholas Herbosa was here late last night just tracking some of these storms, some of them even severe warned, but now what we're starting to see is improving conditions, more of those showers, those lightning strikes just pushing on the south side there of Destin and Fort Walton Beach. Still seeing some of that just offshore. If you step outside and you look towards just the southeast there, you can likely see some of the skies just beginning to light up. Now, as Sarah was talking about the heat indices out there, the feels like temperatures, once you take those warm temperatures and that humidity into account, many spots still feeling like the lower to mid 70s, starting off feeling pleasant. Now that we're starting to see more of that dry air just beginning to push in, you can start to see just the line where we're noticing the differences there. I mean, Bruton between Molino, looking at that 13-degree feels like temperature difference. Navarre feeling like 103, Gulf Shores feeling like 105. Southern Mobile, Baldwin County and Escambia County there in Florida just slowly waiting on some of that relief to come their way. But here's a look at those dew points. Upper 60s, lower 70s, getting up to the mid 70s, and then still some lower 80s closer towards our coastline. But dew points over the next few hours dropping. There's that dry air pushing in just after lunchtime. Feeling a lot better by this afternoon. Dew points getting into the lower to mid 60s. And so our morning temperatures over the next few days going to be feeling so much better. Coming up later, what we're talking about more is going to be that humid start to begin for today. Not the best feeling out there. That drier air that's moving in and refreshing mornings ahead. I'm going to be breaking down more of those details in your extended forecast. All of that is coming up soon. But let's go ahead and take a look at
Jennifer Lambers. And Jen, the heat is for sure on this morning.
That is exactly right, Sarah. It is feeling hot for many portions of the Gulf Coast, but in Pensacola over the next few hours, continuing to see those temperatures in the mid 80s. But look at that little drop at 9 a.m. That's going to be some of that drier air pushing in. Feeling a lot better later on this afternoon, but I'll be talking more about those details coming up when we come back.
And with Jen.
And taking another look at your forecast down in Dauphin Island, those temperatures are going to slowly be warming up heading into this morning. Noticing a bit more of that cloud cover building in just after 8 a.m., but still staying partly cloudy with a drop in humidity expected later on this afternoon. I'll be talking more about your forecast coming up when we come back.
Lambers is tracking that heat for us, and some relief is coming, right?
That is exactly right. The good news is that all of those storms that we had pushed through last night is part of a cold front. So now we slowly just need to see the effects of that begin to pull in along the Gulf Coast. And we're really going to start noticing that with the humidity out there. And so heat indices all across the Gulf Coast feeling more like the lower to mid 70s for our inland counties. But then look at the difference between the yellow, the red, and the purple. You can start to see where we're still noticing some of that lingering humidity out there. And so far in northern Washington, Monroe counties, and also Clark County feeling a lot better. However, closer towards central Mobile, Baldwin counties into the Florida Panhandle, more of that red coloration, feeling more like the 80s. And then even southern Baldwin County and Escambia County, Florida, noticing that purple feeling like 101 still in Gulf Shores. We slowly see this number ticking down. Just about an hour and a half ago, Gulf Shores is feeling like 112 degrees. Now, all of this is courtesy of that drier air pushing in. It's knocking down our humidity, knocking down those dew points. And so we're going to be falling from the mid to upper 70s, even seeing some of those lower 80s out there into the lower to mid 60s by this afternoon. It's still going to be hot heading into today. Just the trade-off is that we're going to be noticing some drier heat making an appearance. It's just those little changes in the forecast that you really have to celebrate out there. And so the forecasted heat indices, although we are going to start noticing our temperatures maxing out in the mid-90s, our inland spots especially actually feeling how it should out there. More of that dry air beginning to pool in. Our coastal spots still going to be feeling like the triple digits, just noticing some of that Gulf moisture and also some of that moisture from Mobile Bay is still sticking around, but feeling better. And especially those mornings, that will be the biggest difference over the next few days. Now, coming up in just a little bit, I'm going to be talking more about your forecast. We continue to track the tropics and talking about the full week ahead of us. All of that is coming up soon. Sarah.
All right, feels out there, Jen.
Yeah, that is exactly right, Sarah. The good news is that we are going to start to notice some of that relief later on today. Right now, we have a beautiful look down in Orange Beach, noticing that sunrise. But in case you're going to be heading out on the boat anytime today, just know that it's going to be calm out there. We do have some light chop, partly cloudy skies, but also that surf height is right around 1 foot, looking nice out there from our Scout and Legendary Marine boating forecast. But here is that live view outside. A beautiful look in Orange Beach to begin this morning. Calm water conditions and a nice look out there. But as mentioned, that humidity, it's going to continue to go down. Feels like temperatures 101 right now. Improvements later on this afternoon and this evening. I'm going to continue to keep you updated on your forecast with additional looks coming up in just a little bit. Sarah.
With Jen.
And also taking another look at your forecast and our Jack's bus stop forecast for today. We have Camlin helping us get ready. A humid start to begin, but the good news, you'll need those sunglasses later on this afternoon because temperatures are going to be in the mid-90s and seeing all of that sunshine. But here's the good news, drier heat. We do have some dry air pushing in. I'm going to be talking more about your forecast details coming up when we come back. But again, thanks to Camlin for today's bus stop forecast. Here's a live view outside right now from our Battleship Memorial camera. We'll be right back after this.